Hi there. This is major because let me tell you, I am a self-help junkie and I have read every book that you can think of. Actually, I'm being dramatic. I have not read every self-help book out there, but I've read a lot of self-help books, and I am going to tell you the ones that actually made a difference in my life and did not put me to sleep or made me really angry that I spent $20 on a book that didn't do anything that it said it was supposed to do. Yes. So, I was actually a bookworm when I was younger. I remember in 4th grade, this is so embarrassing, I can't believe I'm gonna say this on camera. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was about twice a year a book fair for a week long where you can get out of class and go get books if your parents gave you money. One day, I think I didn't ask or I spent all of it, and my parents were like, you know, we're not gonna give you any more money for the book fair because you have enough books. One of my classmates was bragging about her grandma giving her $100. So I begged this girl to let me borrow her $100 that her grandma gave her for her birthday to go to the book fair. I don't know why my 4th grade mind thought this was a good idea, but I took her $100 and I spent it at the book fair. I told her I would pay her by the end of the week. The end of the week got there and I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to get $100 for this girl? Like, I didn't want to tell my parents what I did. So I remember she came to the school and she told the teacher that I stole her $100, which I didn't. She let me borrow it. Anyways, let's just say, this just goes to show that I was a fan of books, and I even did some things I shouldn't have done that my parents were not very happy about. Let's just put it that way. Then high school came and I was forced to read things I didn't want to read. College came and I felt like all I did was read for classes, so the last thing I wanted to do in my free time was read a book. I was also teaching English, so my life revolved around books and I just wanted to be free from them for a little bit and not be forced to have my head in a book. Once I graduated, I felt really lost and confused. I turned to books because I felt like I needed answers and I needed knowledge on how I was gonna get out of this hole after graduating. So book numero uno is The Success Principles: How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be. Jack Canfield is actually the writer or co-writer of the Chicken Soup books, which I used to be obsessed. In this book, he reveals the success principles that you need in your life when it comes to love and life and career and just all the things is in here. It's not limited to like one aspect of your life. It covers all the things. I feel like with a lot of self-help books, there's usually 1 to 3 big ideas throughout the whole book. And the book can get a little bit mundane and feel a little bit boring at times. But this book is like the Godfather. This is the head boss of all the self-help books. To be honest, if you just want one self-help book that has all the answers and all the things you can possibly find in every self-help book, this is it right here. There is not, I don't think there's a book out there that literally compiles everything together in such a way that just makes sense and is very coherent like this book does. You will have to read so many different books and listen to so many different podcasts and do so much research and watch so many videos. The amount of hours that you will need to spend in order to find the information that is just in here, all in one packaged for you, is ridiculous. If I would have found this book a long time ago, it would have saved me so much time, because I feel like the little bits and pieces that I found in different self-help books are all written in here. This book is over 500 pages long, but I'm telling you, the way it's written, it doesn't feel over 500 pages long, and it's worth every single page. There's not any fluff in this book. I feel like I've never heard of this book before, and it definitely does not get the hype that it deserves. This is not a book that you're gonna read once and put it away. There's no way. There's just so many things in here that this is a book that you're gonna keep on your bookshelf. So, before I forget, I just want to let you know that all the books that I talk about in this video, I'll actually leave a link down below. The link will take you directly to all of these books that I'm going to mention. I actually have 6 books for you guys that I recommend, not 5, but because these 2 books that I'm about to talk about are by the same author, I just included them as one book. You Are a Badass and You Are a Badass at Making Money. Let's talk about this one first. This one was a game changer, and I think this was actually one of the first self-help books that I have read through from cover to cover. When you feel like your life needs a big switch change, you need something to really ignite your fire, this is the book for you. You definitely feel like she's really talking directly to you and having a conversation with you when you're reading her books. So if you're feeling negative or doubtful, like you're limiting yourself, you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone, and you're not reaching your potential, these 2 books focus more on manifestation, putting the right energy out into the world, and those kind of ideas. So if that's something that you really like, then I recommend these 2 books. If you're looking for something to give you direct answers on what to do with whatever issue you're having or whatever you want to improve on, I don't think these books are going to do that for you. But if you just need a mind shift, you really need to change the gear of your thoughts, then these books are definitely it. The one about money, it's if you feel like you need a mind shift change on money. This book was actually so good that I was able to listen to it at the gym. So I'm someone that cannot listen to an audiobook while I'm working out. It doesn't hype me up. It's just, I need music. I need a video to distract me from cardio. This book was so good at hyping me up and making me feel like I can do anything and I can manifest money into my life, that I was able to kind of get through my workout and feel really pumped up. So that's how good these are at really getting you off your butt. So, okay, this was supposed to go smoother than that. Book number 3, Brené Brown's Daring Greatly. How the courage to be vulnerable transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead. I used to be the girl that would hear the words vulnerability, self-compassion, and worthiness, and I would roll my eyes till there was no tomorrow. I just thought those were words that people would use to manipulate you, to try to get you to open up. It was the first time that somebody actually explained vulnerability to me, what it actually means and why it's something that's important and why I should stop running from it and trying to avoid it. In a world that's constantly criticizing, constantly judging, constantly canceling people, sometimes this world is really cutthroat and really brutal to navigate. This book just really does a great job with boiling things down to what actually matters. It explains what vulnerability is, why we need vulnerability, why we run from vulnerability, or why we feel fear from feeling things and actually speaking our truths, what actually can happen if you allow yourself to be vulnerable in our society today. Once you get what it actually is and how it can actually affect your relationships and bring you closer to the people that you want to be closer to, it's a game changer. If you can't go into the world feeling like your real self or feeling like this is me, accept me, or don't, it's okay. If you can't own up to the fear of judgment, the fear of mistakes, If you're constantly trying to measure up to this ridiculous standard, this is the book for you. She is an author that sometimes I'm listening or reading her books, I just feel my eyes tearing up, or I just feel a lot of emotion with some of the things that she says because they're so powerful. It's a life changer. Okay. Next book is You're Not Lost, an inspired action plan for finding your own way by Maxie McCoy. This book is another one that I am so sad that somebody didn't come knock on my door and this to me the day after graduation. Post-grad, I felt so lost. I did not know what in the world I wanted, where I was headed. It was a hot mess. I laugh about it now, but it was actually not funny. I actually came across this book one day when I was scrolling on Amazon late at night when I should have been sleeping, which a lot of the things I was hearing when I was feeling lost was hire a life coach, hire a life coach. If you don't want to hire a life coach, or if you don't have the funds to hire a life coach, this basically feels like you have a luxury 5-star life coach in your life. Every chapter comes with like a mini workbook that you have to do before you move on, and it works. Like I said, this book gives you actual steps on how to move forward with your life if you're feeling lost, or if you're just trying to conquer certain fears in your life. So all these books have changed my life in a very drastic way. But if you guys want me to do a video on the life-changing books that have helped me to figure out what I want to do with my life and kind of helped me specifically with not feeling lost in life and kind of carving out my path, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll do a video specifically on the books that have helped me to get unlost or unstuck. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hello? Finish. Finish? Okay, are you getting annoyed? Okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Finish. Give yourself the gift of done. If you find yourself always having a list of goals and never getting anything done or getting as much done as you would like, this is the book for you. Again, all these books are going to be listed in the link down below. This one's a super easy read. It's really light, and I also found myself chuckling a few times while reading this book. It's actually genuinely funny. Like he doesn't try too hard. He's just a funny guy. His voice really comes through his words. It really helps you figure out what behaviors or thoughts are keeping you from conquering your goals, whether they're internal or maybe some external factors that are keeping you from your goals. I have read so many books about time management and breaking a habit, and I feel like this is the one that I actually read and actually implemented in my life. It's tips that you can actually see yourself doing and that are not overwhelming. There's small little things that you're like, okay, I can do that. Like, I can do that. And those small little steps will actually make a change in the way you do things. One big takeaway from this book that was a game changer for me was the idea of perfectionism. I think I've said it before on my channel, I am a big perfectionist. It's not something I'm gonna fight. It's something I'm going to accept, and then I've, try to find ways to work around it or manage that perfectionism. It tells you why it's not good to be a perfectionist and how that actually keeps you from your goals instead of helping you achieve them in a perfect way. Like this video if you like books. I'm assuming that you like books if you clicked on this video. Let me know some book recommendations down below. It could be self-help books. It can even be fiction books. I'm always hanging out on Instagram, so you can find me on there. I'm also always on my website. That is all. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.